Hi, this is Hannah Erica. I'm refinishing an old dresser that belongs to my mom. It used to belong to my youngest brother before he passed away about 25 years ago. Um, like I said, my name is Hannah Erica. This is the Hannah E Gets Crafty channel. Welcome back. Um, I'm finishing this dresser for my mother to use. This lining has been in there for 40 years, so I thought it could peel easily, and I was right. All of it came out. I was able to move it into the garage and get to work on it because if you followed me, you saw that I did a dresser to help organize my basement area, and so I'm able to have more space. And then I'm gonna work on this dresser for my mother so that I can actually have even more space and start working on more projects to flip. Just a little surprise heads up, those bar stools you see to the right, I'm working on them right now, so hopefully you'll stay tuned to my channel and you'll see what I did with them. So right now, of course, you gotta clean the piece down. It has just so many marks and things on there. Two of the handles were there, but the two drawer handles were missing. So I decided I put wood filler in it a while ago. It was just sitting in the basement. I just stuffed wood filler in there, pulled the linings out. It wasn't room to do anything else with it, and I figured it'd give me a head start because I'm going to put a single pull for the top two drawers. Just something that I have around from another piece that I took out and didn't use. And then I'm going to reuse the handles that I took out of the bottom two drawers. I try to reuse as much as possible, if possible. I do like the old-fashioned look, especially if I'm able to spray them to update them. But then there are cases where I think a nice newer look would definitely make it pop. So that depends. The top is some kind of veneer and it's a lot of damage. I guess what I'm going for is to try to make it look as good as possible and try to seal up any damage as quick as I can, honestly. This part is kind of flapping open, it's loose. I wasn't sure how it was connected, so you see glue kind of running down. I don't know how to use those clip things. Those are new. I bought small clips, but that's my very first one right there to kind of hold it together. And so I got the one that's too big, which was the very last one I've gotten for a project that needed a really big one. But I said, okay, I'll just, I guess, deal with that one. And so while all that was drying, I just jumped right onto the drawers. And I thought it would be some pretty good wood underneath. And I was surprised that the wood was nice. But of course, it's nothing I can do about the top two ones because of the filler that I used is showing right on through. I was under the assumption I was going to just color it anyway, so I wasn't thinking. But it would have been nice, but I had to get over the fact that I couldn't do that. But it gave me hope for the bottom drawers. I saw the nice contrast in the wood, and I said, well, this would be a nice, I really wanted the natural wood to show through these bottom drawers. There were, of course, a lot of errors, a lot of scratches, a lot of, damage. So I said I'm going to use a darker stain. Maybe I'll be able to cover up some of this damage. And then the handle is going back on so it can cover some of the damage around the handle section. And I was still pretty confident that I could make this look like something nice. So I started to sand off what I did. But I think I was trying to sand it a little too soon because what I was doing wasn't holding up. So I had to backtrack and see exactly how long you wait in between. And because I'm in a cold garage, I believe that cold areas can slow down all the process. But I think I'm a little ahead of myself. You will see later on down the line that I had to keep filling in the top and fixing the top, especially after I had it upside down like this and it wasn't quite dry. So I had to fix what I did on the top. But I thought it'd be nice to show the wood at the base because it looked like it was just all natural wood. I was trying to be really careful as I was sanding it because I didn't want to sand anything excessively and it not be that nice pretty wood. So I just said, let me just sand it down just a bit, and then I will just take a hand sander and sand the rest of it down. I do use 80 grit for the most part. When I'm starting to sand something down, a lot of times I'm using 80. This one right here is a 180. It's just, I don't go too rough when I'm doing it by hand, because the whole idea is to not be as, not be as strong of a grit. It's just to kind of get it off, but not really dig into it. So as you see, I had to do more repairs on it because having it upside down really did it in. And I thought I could fill in the line, the square line that's going around the top. That was such an ordeal. But this wood filler just took really long to dry. And I can't even tell you when I actually started it. This is just one of the other times that I decided to sand it down. Hopefully you can subscribe to the channel. Let me know if it's something that you like to see, or if you think that I could be doing something better. I'm definitely open to comments and suggestions. Of course, the top drawers I was telling you had to be painted because of the holes. I couldn't show them up. But I thought that was fine. They're the top two and they can be dark. This paint that I'm using is from Krylon. It is called Kettle Black. So I thought of a pot kettle. It does have like a little bit of a metallic look that I didn't favor so much. It has like a slight metallic look. I wound up later mixing it with another black Krylon paint, but that's what I did for now. I changed to a different brush so that I could carefully go around the edge. It's a square brush. Why am I forgetting the name of this brush? Everyone uses it, but it's nice and it's square, and it helps you able to have control over the brush and paint it. Very neat with it. And I don't consider myself someone who has a lot of steady hands. I'm not like a steady hand kind of person, but I just keep trying. So I have Rust-Oleum and I decided to spray the top handles gold because of the black. And then the natural wood on the other side I thought would be better if the handles were black for the bottom one. So I sprayed those black. They're already pretty dark, but they were kind of off color, sort of gray black. So I wanted to just make sure they were black. Finally, I'm ready to put this paint on. I was just so freaking excited that I was finally able to get started. I love using my 4-inch roller when it comes to projects like these because it's small enough to kind of roll up and down your furniture, and also just covers a lot really quickly. You know? So you'll always see me with one of these if I have to paint a piece of furniture. You see that I didn't prime it, and I don't really prime if I'm coloring black and I'm coloring on wood. I don't tend to prime, especially if it's something that I don't know is going to be permanently this way, or like this is something that I had volunteered to do for my mom, and she doesn't get super overly excited about everything. So I guess you can say I didn't want to, like, you know, go crazy with it because it wasn't going to matter to her either way. So I said I'm going to cover it, and the coverage was really nice. This is one coat, you can see, and you can see how beautifully it is with one coat. So I actually did 2 coats. I really love this brand. It's just so nice. You can see the front of the dresser is not perfect. It has like a little, I guess, things from over the years of it being banging around, and I just, you know, it wasn't for sale or anything. It's just to be used again to kind of update a little bit for my mother, so she'll still have a piece of the past with her, something for my brother from years ago. She didn't want to let it go, so I said, well, let me update it a little bit, you know, make it match the bedroom furniture, which is mostly black. So that's how it wound up being black. Hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, and you could like or subscribe to my channel. I am trying to build it. I've come back to being more consistent. You see, I have a ton of projects around me, and I will be posting something every single week. So, like I said, I wanted this to be dark, so I went with dark walnut. Most of my waxes are Varathane. I have used Midwax before, like either one, it's fine. But I just wanted something dark to go really well with the black. I use Special Walnut a lot of times too, and to be honest, Special Walnut is so close to this color. Dark Walnut is like 2 coats of Special Walnut. So I just did like 1 coat of Dark Walnut just to kind of get an idea of of how deep I wanted the dresser to be. I thought the wood just looks beautiful. You can see I'm working with a very tight little space. I do think I colored the second one darker than the first one, but then I'm like, maybe it's in my mind. But let me know what you think in the comments if you think I colored one of the drawers darker than the other. They were so close, I just didn't bother. So now it's time for the top coat. So I'm going to take a little bit of the black paint and mix it in with the top coat. I find when I color something dark, it gets this kind of look, this film on there. And so I have been looking at tutorials and they said it's always good to put a little bit of the paint inside. So I just put just enough for it to look black, but still have the poly in it. And about partially through, I realized that I could not use, what's in the bucket on the drawers that have the wood on there. So I did pull out a poly spray that I have. And you see I'm trying to be gentle around the drawers because of the color that's inside of it. I don't want it to get on the wood. But I do have a spray for it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.